This video is an introduction to families to help them learn more about supported decision-making. We will share the personal journey of one young adult and her family by discussing real-world examples. The Parents Place of Maryland has great fact sheets that we will be highlighting throughout this presentation. In 2022, a law passed in Maryland that allows adults with disabilities to use supported decision-making to get support to understand, consider, and make decisions themselves. These decisions could be about things like healthcare, money, and other important life matters. So in summary, what is supported decision-making? It is a way for adults with disabilities to get help from other people to make choices and decisions for themselves. They are the decision makers. The person that helps an adult is called a supporter. A supporter can be a family member, friend, staff, or professional. It is someone the adult with disabilities knows and trusts. Next, let's introduce you to Eva and her family, who will share their supported decision-making experience with you.
Hi, my name is Eva. I am the decision maker.
Hello, I'm Audrey. I'm Eva's mom, and I'm one of her supporters.
Hello, I'm Craig, and I'm Eva's dad and one of her supporters.
Hello, my name is Theo. I am Eva's brother, and I am one of her supporters.
From a young age, we have role modeled and taught choice making, responsibility, problem solving, full inclusion, interdependence, learning by example, and high expectations. By doing so, we have helped Eva practice and develop self-determination and self-advocacy skills from a young age. It is not anything that we planned out, it was just life. We naturally use each other's strengths to build on these concepts. For example, when building Lego sets with Theo, she learned about teamwork to complete tasks. Craig role modeled making task lists, and I explained how to make healthy food choices.
Families play an important role in supporting their loved one to build skills to become the main decision maker in their life. The process of moving from being dependent on family to making decisions based on their own views and preferences occurs throughout childhood and into adulthood. Self-determination is the ability to be the primary decision maker, make plans, and set goals for your path in life. Self-advocacy is about speaking up for yourself, getting information so that you can understand things that are of interest to you, finding out who will support you in your journey, knowing your rights and responsibilities, problem solving, and asking for help.
As we started preparing for the transition to adulthood at age 14, we naturally worried about the future. Reading resources shared by the school and the Parents Place of Maryland really helped. The timelines were particularly helpful in making to-do lists for each age to keep from feeling overwhelmed.
The age of majority simply means the legal age established under state law at which an individual is no longer a minor. As a young adult, they will have the rights and responsibilities to make certain legal choices. This is called transfer of rights. While you have likely heard of guardianship, many individuals with disabilities can make all decisions independently, and others may need varying degrees of support to make their own decisions regarding health, safety, living arrangements, and finances. Some examples of these lesser restrictive options are supported decision-making, medical and financial power of attorney, representative payee, and advance directives.
At age 17, we started having more in-depth conversations with Eva about her rights. We explained how all youth become adults at age 18. We explored options together, and Eva decided that she wants to make her own decisions using supported decision-making and other tools.
I choose to use supported decision-making power of attorney and representative payee. I am able to maintain control over my life while I'm still getting the senses I need.
As your loved one works towards building their own vision for life, they may want more control over decisions about where they live, work, learn, and spend their time. It is an exciting step toward independence, but it is natural to wonder how to get started. Supported decision-making can be a powerful tool.
Here's an example of how we went through these steps in one area. Eva wants to take the lead with doctor's appointments. That is something very important to her. We talked to her about what she wants to do independently and what kind of support she wants. She decided Audrey and I would be her supporters. She wants help by writing a list of questions before and an explanation of what to expect at the appointment. She wants to tell the doctor that we are her supporters and are here in that role. She wants to talk to the doctor about the reason she requested a visit and ask some questions. She prepares for the appointment by practicing what she wants to say and ask, and we developed a social story for visual support. She watched instructional videos of other youth role modeling this on YouTube, and we used the plain language materials from the Center for Transition to Adult Healthcare for Youth with Disabilities. It has been helpful to put this plan in writing, and Eva keeps a copy on her phone so she can show the plan to any adult provider.
It is okay that she needs to practice to develop these skills. Don't all young adults need to do that? It does not take away her right to grow and try. She is gaining experience in everyday decision making and with bigger decisions. One of the ways we support her is by explaining the pros and cons, but she makes the final choice. Some helpful strategies are having conversations in small doses, social stories, plain language materials, visual supports, and repeated explanations. Start as early as possible with choice making and exploring preferences. Every moment is a learning moment in the household and community.
Supported decision making is not a big project. We listen to her voice, help her develop her skills, and support her in the ways that work for her. Both of my children ask me for help when making decisions, but the type of support just looks a little different for each one.
Making your own decisions means the right to make good ones and not so good ones. I have that right, so why wouldn't my sister? I learn from mistakes, and so should she.
Believe in yourself.
Please see the PPMD website for more resources, including the ones we discussed today.